slide. Okay. While the slide is coming, good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Sankumar, for accepting our invitation. Our management wanted that we bring young entrepreneurs to welcome the new students. One of the reasons is that we want more job creators rather than job seekers. And so we had two induction programs, one day for study on 8th August and today is 10th August. Both days we had young entrepreneurs who succeeded through hard work at the ground level. I will move on very fast. I'll start with my own background in terms of education. I've grown in different kind of education systems, starting from municipal school where there was no furniture to sit on, to a Gurukul style school called Netarhat, where we used to live in ashram. We used to do all the work ourselves, cleaning dishes, cleaning toilets, cleaning floors. I'm very happy that Sasankti is also from the same school, doing the same kind of thing. All that has gone into our DNA in some sense. From there I moved to IIT Kharagpur, to Delhi University, to University of California, Berkeley. In 1981 I went there, 86 I did my PhD. What you would have noticed that each of these education institutes is not in same state or even same country. I moved across different systems of education, different state, different culture, and different working environment. So many parents who are here, they expect that they would want their children to remain with them for all the time. Please, this is now university. Children have come to university. Don't go after them. Let them grow on their own. This is not a school. I see parents wanting to, mentor their child all the time as if they're still kids. Let them go out of the comfort of home. Let them struggle. Let them learn. That's the message that I've had in my life. From age of 10, I've been outside my home. From there, I came back from US. I did my PhD in nuclear fusion. On the first PhD from this country in nuclear fusion, I worked at Lawrence Berkeley Lab in US, Science of Nuclear Fusion in Calcutta, Institute of Plasma Institute, Gandhinagar. And then in 2002, I moved to Dhirubhai Amman Institute of ICT in Gandhinagar that was set up by Reliance Group as a university. I was a professor there for 11 years, and then I was heading India's technology think tank in Delhi, TIFAC. I worked in a variety of areas. I continue to work today also as a nuclear fusion, sensor network, planetary exploration, Chandrayaan 2. In fact, my background of the slide is not being seen right now. Okay, just one second. So, So I worked in a variety of areas, and I continue to do that. I put the background of the slide to your Chandrayaan 2 project that I had done because Chandrayaan 3 is still on the way to the moon. And we are hoping that on August 23, we will be seeing a successful landing. I've been involved with large number of national level, international level policy making bodies related to science, technology, innovation, and education systems. When I was heading India's technology think tank in Delhi, we prepared a document called Technology Vision 2035 for the country. This was a subsequel to Technology Vision 2020 that was prepared in 1996 that Dr. Kalam used to be our chairman. During my tenure, Dr. Anil Kakotkar was chairman. This document was released by Prime Minister. He wrote the foreword. He also asked all the ministries and government departments to follow this document. To achieve this vision for the country, we prepared roadmaps in different sectors. I had put education right on the top because I believe that education is the key to success for the country. It has a deep-rooted impact that doesn't change things in one day, but whatever change it brings is a very long-term change. Today I'm happy to tell you that the world is coming to India. So for all the young people here, this is a golden opportunity for all of you, but then you have to work hard. You cannot expect that you'll be sitting there and things will come to you. So I wanted to come back to education sector because I believe that education is key to success of the country. Luckily, the education sector document was released in Pune itself on 10th and 11th November 2017. Right after that, we had a meeting, new education policy committee that was set up by government in December of 2017 at UGC headquarters in New Delhi. With a half-day discussion, our document became a very important part of new education policy. And the three words by which I describe new education policy is flexibility, flexibility, and flexibility. Now this university, since I'm the founder vice chancellor from 2018 onwards, even though the document was released much later on, in 2020 formally, in fact we just completed 3 years of release of that, We were in Delhi for the celebration of that. Prime Minister was there to inaugurate the session. We implemented many of the features right in our university system from day one. One of the challenges that were there, that as a head of India's technology think tank, I had seen that technology changing very, very fast. Technology diffusion is happening at a very high rate. Technology obsolescence is extremely high. Now, how to make education system respond to these technological changes was the key to designing the system that we follow in this university. It is not following any other system. We're not copying anybody's. What we do today gets copied all over the country tomorrow. Now, these slides I'm going to show you are for the first induction program that we had with young people like you in 2018. It was not after COVID, and I talked about future being digital. I said digital health revolution is taking place, digital manufacturing is happening, digital factories are being set up, future of business is digital, digital supply chain transformation is taking place, digital finance is happening, culture is digital, fashion is digital, and even human beings are going to be digitally immortal. For example, if you look at this slide, it has avatar, okay. Okay, I will continue. So there are 4 versions of this avatar. Avatar A, B, C, and D. The D talks about a hologram-like avatar. That means something which is a real life-size hologram to whom you can interact with. And I'm happy to tell you that while that, according to this particular website called 2045.com, was supposed to happen during 2040 to 2045, we are trying to achieve this in next 2 to 3 years. In next 2 to 3 months, we start to see some early version there, where our founder, Dr. D.Y. Patil's life-size avatar will be there. We have taken his permission, and you can interact with him as if he's actually present there. So the whole focus on this university is digital and future. So welcome to Digital Future at DYPIU. So as a brief history, we are part of a large D.Y. Patil group with more than 200 institutions, with 100,000 students who are across Maharashtra mostly. We were set up as a private university, and we became operational on March 14, 2018. We started with 6 undergraduate programs: BBA, BCA, BCom, BSc Biotechnology, Bachelor of Design, and a BA Journalism and Mass Communication. Many of you are from these programs today. Our focus was on digital future. We brought best global practices into the university. We made our curriculum very, very flexible. As I said, that new education policy is defined by 3 words: flexibility, flexibility, flexibility. That was a key ingredient in creating the curriculum. We also have focus on experiential learning. Everybody talks about it. The way we have done it, I will share with you. Dr. Madhi talked about empathy and societal responsibilities. That is the key part of our system, sustainable development goals. And also the research is a very, very important part of this. So research and teaching are combined together. They are not separate from each other. And we wanted this to be set up like a research university. In the new education policy, there are 3 types of organization. The top one is research university. We try to belong to that. We had believed that how to define this. Everybody talks about being research university. I defined it in the first convocation that we had in 2022 last year. I said that if my research outlay is comparable to teaching outlay, we will consider it a research university. It should not happen that you're spending 20 crores on teaching and 1 lakh rupees on research. That will not qualify. So if you have 20 crores, you should have similar 10, 15 crores money being spent for research. I'd expected that it may happen over next few decades, 20, 30, 40 years. But there are all chances that we may be able to achieve this year itself. I'm going to share you how it's going to happen. As a new university, we charted a new path. But today I'm happy to tell you that after 5 years, the university is very stable, and I have no doubts of its future growth as it moves ahead in all aspects. Our focus right on quality. The organization university is organized in the school system. We have a School of Computer Science Engineering Application covering BTech Computer Science Engineering, BC and MCA. On 8th August, we had the induction program for these students with more than 600 students. We have School of Biosciences and Bioengineering with BTech Bioengineering and MSc Medical Biotechnology. Some of you will present there. In fact, all others are present here. School of Commerce Management, BB and MBA, School of Design, Bachelor of Design, School of Media and Journalism, BA Journalism Mass Communication, and in School of Engineering, which I'll talk about a little later, and School of Applied Arts and Crafts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, which this year we are starting the first batch. Our focus in the University of Research, we have created a separate school called the School of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research, which actually makes sure that all PhD programs are under that. PhD has no disciplines, it's all under one single discipline. We also have a School of Skills Development where we are focusing on new age skills. I have very little time, so I'm going to move very fast. We created a computer science engineering curriculum in 2019. I wrote a blog on this after internal discussions, and I was surprised to see the kind of response we received from all over the world. More than 50,000 views, hundreds of comments. We launched the program. We divided the whole curriculum into two parts. The first 2 years, we do foundational programs, which we completely revamp, and last 2 years, we do a track system. The track is a specialization track, with each track having 8 to 9 courses. This curriculum, I'm not going to go into details of these, is also followed with, after first year of rural internship, to build empathy, to look at societal problems at ground level. The multi-track system has multiple tracks of specialization like AI/ML and so on. AI/ML is not one subject. It is 8 to 9 subjects in the last 2 years. This also we brought something called Lab in Bank concept, where all the things that you do in electronics lab can be done through this small device that you can carry in your laptop bag and do experiments anywhere. We also incorporated a 5-year integrated program. For example, you could be doing BTech Computer Science Engineering with FinTech specialization and MBA FinTech. You get 2 degrees. And there are many such programs we have launched. Fortunately, All India Council of Technical Education, which controls the technology education, like this very much. They sent us a formal appreciation letter in 2019. On 21st February 2019, there's the All India Board meeting, their highest body. They sent us an appreciation letter. I'm not going to read this out. It's there on our website. And then they formed a committee of which I was a member in 2019. The net effect was that what we have done is in 2019 is on left side, and what AICT copied is on right side of this. In fact, they told me they wanted to copy it as it is, but they didn't have enough flexibility in their system, which we had created. So we became the trendsetter for whole country, and whole country's curriculum changed because this not only in Delhi or something, in Pune, in our campus, Pune University also followed this in 2021. On similar pattern, we started to do the track system across all disciplines. So Bachelor of Design, we did 2 tracks of graphic design, user experience design. We launched BTech Bioengineering program in 2020 with 4 tracks of biochemical engineering, biomedical engineering, cell and tissue engineering, and food biotechnology. MBA Digital Business with 3 tracks, FinTech, Marketing Analytics, and Supply Chain Management. On similar pattern, we launched MSc Medical Biotechnology, MCA. In 2020, we started having industry coming to us to start programs for their working professionals. I'm happy to tell you that finally those programs have been launched. This year, actually, after a 1-year discussion, from 15 June, the classes started. But this year also we launched Bachelor of Fine Arts. We merged DYPIU College of Applied Arts and Crafts in this campus. Some of the faculty members are present here today for the first time. So Bachelor of Fine Arts program is started this year in the university system. Now this program for working professionals attracted so much attention that we were swamped by requests. So Tata Motors, we started with about 220 students. Today we are signing agreement after this event afternoon with Anand Automotive. Tata Motors, another group, we have had exams, entrance test on Sunday. We have Sigma Electric is coming forward. Tata Motors, other groups are coming forward. Tata Technology Group is touch with us. General Electric is touch with us. Mahindra is being discussed. This is growing so fast we never imagined. Now, in this focus is on core engineering branches of electrical, mechanical, civil, chemical, where demand is less. But the kind of curriculum we have created has led to huge change in demand. This is going to be very important for the country because if India has to become manufacturing hub for the world, core engineering branches cannot be ignored. So we have completely modernized the core engineering curriculum. And then again, what happens next? AICT follows this and creates similar kind of system. They told me they're working on this. Just about a week they announced this. So in many ways, more than one, whatever we do gets followed at national level. Now, while we are doing this, we make sure that latest technological developments are used in our curriculum. And for that, it's very important for me as a vice chancellor to learn those technologies, practice them. So for example, generative AI, through tools like ChatGPT and so on that all of us suddenly become familiar, I started to practice. I'm not a writer, I'm not a storyteller, I'm not an illustrator, but suddenly I could use generative AI to create stories, books for my grandchild of 5 years old. And that you can go to YouTube and put Nanaji Publication, get my YouTube stories for all children that you can share. Okay. Now, this learning translates to how to design products without using any design tool. You can use AI to design products. It's called generative AI-based manufacturing. That's also become part of our system. Digital twinning has become part of our system. So when industry sees our curriculum, they say they will not go anywhere. We had discussions on the industry. They wanted to follow a traditional curriculum. We said we will not run that. Today they wanted that only what we are doing is what should be done. And I think our program will have more than 1,000 students per batch just from industry working professionals. We have been signing MOUs with multiple institutions, including Tata Motors and others, universities, and other collaborators from around the world, like this UK company, this from US, and companies, industry around the country, and so on. ServiceNow, we just signed an agreement. And also our discussion is going on with around the globe, and maybe there's the first university which will have a DYPIU link outside India or Maharashtra will be in Kazakhstan next year, which a university is being set up with our help. I have traveled to that country, in fact, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan 3 times last year. And there are discussion on with other universities also. We had the Oman R&D, Education, Research and Innovation Minister visit us. She was so happy to see us that she invited us in October to sign again with their national university. A lot of visitors we keep receiving this Nobel Prize winner, Professor Pavel Kabat, a good friend of mine, Ambassador P.S. Raghavan, Ambassador Manoj Bharti, all of them come and interact with students on a regular basis. So infrastructure growth, when you get a time to visit the university, you can see this. We started with 2 floors of 1.2 lakh square feet. We doubled that to 2.2 lakh square feet of modern infrastructure. And we are going to grow this to another 5 floors. In total floors, the building will be 12 floors with 7.2 lakh square feet. We will be merging the engineering college that is there in the lower 3 floors into the university next year. Our infrastructure is very modern. We'll also be creating a hostel by demolishing existing hostel with 1,500 seats, which will have both boys and girls accommodation. We'll connect the 2 sides of our road. The campus is divided in 2 parts by sky bridge to connect, make it like an internal hostel. Sorry. We started with 500 students. We plan to go to 50,000 students with 10,000 students in one building with 12 floors. We have done many innovative things, for example, creating Chintan rooms which don't have any formal furniture to have more creative thinking. Infrastructure has a lot of computational facilities, labs of various kinds, including computer labs. This is an example of one of them. Binding labs where we right now 3 in use, 3 are being equipped right now, so we'll double to 6 within 1 month. And then we'll add 9 more as we construct more, so we'll have about 15 bioengineering labs, which I compared to some of the other institutions in Maharashtra. They might have only 2 labs of a smaller capacity. Augmented reality, Amit Omji is sitting on the control side from India. He's been training students into AR/VR systems. I'm training people in HoloLens. A lot of teaching aids of various kinds that are available to faculty members, including these cameras of intelligent cameras, drone cameras, Insta360 camera, and so on. We set up Digital Fabrication Lab here in 2019. EST formed a committee called Ideal Committee, which I'm the chairman, through which we have spread this technology to 106 centers across the country. We plan to set up more than 100 centers this year also. We are doing a faculty development program for that in our campus. We are training in 3D printing, laser engraving, cutting, CNC wood router, electronic system designing, sublimation printing, and so on. All of this has led to a big jump in undergraduate research. That is our focus. You'll hear about this more later on. For example, humanoid robots, spider robots, prosthetic limbs we are creating for needy people, giving them free of cost, various kinds of equipments, new 3D printers. We have also been innovating these, converting 3D printers, 3D bioprinters, multiple filaments of various kinds. We also use to help our faculty and staff in case they have some light injuries and so on by creating such support systems, using it for research purposes and also to create jewelries. We also allow students to borrow 3D printers. These don't cost much, 15,000 rupees. I request all the parents to buy these rather than buying costly iPhone costing 67,000 rupees. Many of the faculty members sitting here have purchased it for their own purposes. This only costs 50,000 rupees. My grandson of 5 years old is also using a 3D printer. That Media Lab, you see, we have been using this. We have a well-equipped studio. We are adding 2 more studios for media students. You have been seeing a lot of videos that were being played. Many of them are prepared by students. You can go to YouTube, DYPIU, Student Times. You'll see all the videos being produced by students. But we don't only use our students, we also use artificial intelligence anchor, AI anchor. Even before it became popular in national media, we have been using this for a long time. And you might have seen some examples of that. Large number of faculty members are PhDs. We've received a lot of awards and recognitions. I'm not going to that. In addition to that, we have started research with global impact, nuclear fusion in my area, on brain-computer interface, on solving chronic health problems, and so on. But we also support the students in various activities, whether it is to sports and various other things. We also promote the students' startups. We honor every single student who sets up a startup company. We have created a curriculum in a way that we promote technology, commercialization, and entrepreneurship right in the early stage. In the first convocation that we had, that was 2022, Dr. Anil Sasbudhe, then ASU chairman, visited us. Second convocation we had just a few months back, where ex-NBA chairman, Professor K.K. Agarwal was here. We also promote cultural festivals and sports festival. Industry Fiesta is our sports cultural festival, along sports festival. We support the students in the sports activities of various kinds. There's a cricket team, there's a football team, there's an athlete, and so on. I would also like to announce here that we are almost close to signing an agreement with a global investor to set up a center for technology commercialization with an outlay of about 200 crores rupees from the global investor. This is the first time in the country that anything like this is going to happen. The gentleman who is investing in this is not an Indian guy by any means. The global investor, I had to talk with him about 1 week back. He told me they're trying to shift from China to India. And they're putting this money into Indian education system, universities like ours. 5 universities they have selected, or they're in process of selecting. We are the one in the Western zone. And they have trusted us to make sure that we can multiply his money that he is going to trust us with to commercialize technology all over the world and develop our own technology. And that is going to make us really a research university where our actual research outlay will become, in fact, more than what happens on the teaching. We have a number of students clubs. You will be hearing about them. In the skills development, we are running various programs. Some of that is stopped during the COVID era. Right across this, outside this auditorium, we have a beauty and wellness center. We are launching a drone excellency center. We are announcing this very soon. In all of this, team spirit is very, very important, and we work as a team. Everybody matters. When people are doing housekeeping, I personally make sure that their life is taken care by making sure that we have the right kind of tools and technology to help them perform their task better. So welcome again to Digital Future at DYPIU, and I hope to see many of you in this campus for a long time. I would again request parents to let go of their